Okay, this video is for Bob. Just want to quickly show you how I set up the machine after it's been sitting in storage for quite a while. So make sure you have towels here. The machine is empty, there's no water anywhere. I'm just gonna walk you through on how to put it back together and make sure it's gonna be working properly. So first step will be to blow some air through the pump and then connect the water line, then disconnect the heating elements, put some tape on it, fill the tank with water, and then flip it over, connect the heating element, run some more water. So we'll do that step by step. So first step will be to disconnect the pump. I'm just gonna try to zoom in here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna move this out of the way in a sec. So this is the inlet. This goes from the top to the inlet here. Then the outlet is over here. You see it's disconnected. I'm gonna take this, find it on Amazon, pretty easy. And then I'm just gonna shoot some air through the pump. I'm gonna pinch my fingers like that. That's what you wanna hear. Sometimes the pump can get clogged, and that definitely helps it to run. And then I'm gonna take the inlet, put it back on. You can use a zip tie here to make sure this is not gonna pop off one day and then you're gonna have a major leak. That's very important, so zip tie here. And then I'm gonna take this and connect it. I think this is, you can either use a wrench, open end wrench. Let's see, too big. This is 14, let's try 13. So yeah, 13 mil. That's gonna work, or you can just have an adjustable wrench. That's also gonna work very well. I'm gonna start with connecting it manually, just like that. And then I'm gonna keep going. Once I'm reaching to the end, a very important thing to say is you put the wrench here, one of them, and then the other one here. So hold on, let's see. So I'm not really touching, if I'll zoom in here, I'm not touching the body of the pump. I'm just grabbing onto the fitting next to it, so I'm not gonna put any stress on this. Very important to say. And let's say this is already connected. It's not really, but just for demoing. So we have the water line is good. And then the next step will be to, let me think. Well, you might be able to remove this and clean it. Might be a good idea, maybe not. I would try doing it without it. This is the solenoid valve. It's also dry, so I wouldn't worry about it. But if you have any problems with the boiler filling, that's what you're gonna look for, opening this. And then making sure it's working properly. So the next step will be very important, is to disconnect the heating element, which I can show here. If I'll just like tip the camera over just a little bit. Where is it? Kind of hard to see, there's a lot of wires. So there's one, oops, sorry about that. It's kind of challenging to do everything in one hand. I'm gonna move the machine over. Here we go. So we have 1 and 2 over here. Just gonna pull these out. Zoom out. Pull these out, and then put some tape on it. I'll recommend using electrical tape. I'm just gonna use blue tape here for the demo. So It's not gonna touch anything, because that's, once you plug the machine, it's gonna have 110. You don't want to create any short to ground, or you don't want anybody to get hurt. So once we have that, pump is connected, solenoid is working. I'm gonna flip it over like that, fill it with water here, and then what's gonna happen is that the machine is gonna run, but it's not gonna heat. So we're kind of protecting the heating element that way. Fill it with water, manually fill the boiler till you see side glass is getting full, like 3/4, whatever, half at least. And then I would also run some water through the pump just to fill the heat exchanger as well. Maybe at first the pump gonna sound a little loud, and that's okay, you know. And then once you're done filling it with water here and on the heat exchanger, I would empty it and flip it over again, turn it off, unplug it, empty the water, flip it back on, and connect the heating element, just like that. Then you put the connectors back onto the heating element. 1, 2, and put the cover on. This is the cover. Then you take the screw. Now sometimes there's this yellow line here, this little button that is the reset switch. This guy over here. So try to make sure it's aligned. If for whatever reason you need to use it, it's gonna be easy. And then you flip it back, fill it with water, it should heat right up, and that's about it. So thank you for watching.